Hello, I'm Tracy with KOGmissions.com, and we are continuing our exciting adventure about God's treasure hunt. As we learned in the last videos, God offers all people the greatest treasure if they are willing to pick up his book and follow his map. If you have heard about the treasure you can have when you get to the end where the X marks the spot, that is the coming kingdom, and if you have chosen to believe who Jesus is, our leader to get there, and everything that he taught, then you are ready to start on the greatest treasure hunt of all time. When you chose to believe what you've heard and you make the commitment to lay down your life, kind of like taking your shoes off when you come to a door to go in the house, then you are ready to step through that door and you will be in for an amazing journey throughout your entire life. You are never too old or too young to start treasure hunting. The map may look old, but it is trustworthy and it will get you to the treasure if you follow it. Just keep this in mind when the road seems very rocky and bumpy, or when it gets dark and the tree branches are hitting you from the left and the right. Keep your eyes on Jesus, your guide, and you'll make it through. The path to the treasure is narrow, so be sure you don't get too close to the edge. You might stumble, or even worse yet, you might slide right off the path and fall down over the side of the cliff to your death. The first thing you will encounter when you enter through the door onto that narrow path is a gentle river that you must cross. Baptism is the seal of our commitment to follow Jesus to the treasure. Jesus went through the river, and he is waiting on the other side for you to cross over to, so that you can begin making your way to the treasure. Once out on the other side, you will feel fresh and clean, but that feeling may not last for a long time once you start down the dusty road. You now have a shield, the shield of faith, to protect yourself, and you have a sword, the words of God and of Christ that you can find in the Bible, to fight off all evil and attacks that you will experience on the journey. If you read the directions on the map, you will know that Jesus said the journey may be rough, and in fact, it will be. You may have to use your shield to defend yourself every day, because there are those who choose not to follow Jesus, and they don't want to be on the narrow path, and they don't want the treasure, and they shoot arrows at you, set traps for you. And their leader, Mr. DeVille, has made a big mess of the way so that you might have to drudge through the swamps and through overgrown forests in order to get to the treasure. So keep your shield up and your sword drawn at all times. You must be vigilant. Jesus said, few find this road, and even fewer stay on it until the end. Don't give up. Keep your eyes on Jesus as he leads you and as he leads you to this prize. Keep the treasure in your heart and your mind. That will give you encouragement and strength and help get you through the swamps and the valleys. With each step, you will become stronger and wiser. And with each scratch or wound, you will become more like Jesus. You will be compassionate, faithful, and full of his Father's love. Sometimes you will be at the top of a mountain looking down with a refreshing breeze blowing through your hair, and your destination will be very clear in the distance. You'll feel refreshed and you will feel very good about where you're at. But other days, you may be in a deep valley. You may be depressed, sad, hurt. You may even be dying. And that is when you need to raise your sword and remember the victory and the great treasure you are guaranteed if you keep going forward, even if you have to crawl. Remember, too, that there are other treasure hunters in their own valleys and also enduring the flaming arrows of the enemy from Mr. DeVille and his minions, the other traders. Jesus gave us special spirit walkie-talkies that we can use to talk to our Father and ask him to help other treasure hunters or to help us. And that's called prayer. And since all treasure hunters have these spirit walkie-talkies and they're on the same frequency, they somehow know that others are with them, even though they don't see them. This is amazing. And you only know this and understand it if you experience it. So don't forget to use your walkie-talkie, especially when you are in the valley or you know other people are in a valley. Also, if you come across other treasure hunters who are using the same map you are, try to stick together with them. You will be able to encourage each other and help one another. If you fall down, you can help them up, or they can help you up. Just be careful though. Mr. DeVille can send those who look like treasure hunters, but their maps only lead them over a cliff and to their destruction. And they want to take you with them. God's treasure is really special, though. It is only opened when Jesus returns. And there are many treasure hunters who have died and will die before this treasure is opened. But they don't lose out on anything. If they were faithful treasure hunters who followed Jesus on the narrow path, they will be resurrected, and together with those who are still alive when Jesus returns, they will all receive this treasure together. Every scar and every wound will be healed. They will be given immortality and a new body, and they will rule with Jesus over all the people who were not on the narrow path when Jesus returned and who were not seeking God's treasure. They will be teaching them about the narrow path and about the treasure that now all of them can see. As for Mr. DeVille and his minions, they will eventually be thrown into a big lake, not of water, but of fire, and they will be burned up. So be the best treasure hunter that you can be. Learn from the valleys and be grateful for the mountaintops. Keep that map close by your side and follow it each day. Keep your shield up and your sword drawn, and stick with your fellow treasure hunters. Each day is an adventure and brings you one day closer to receiving the treasure.